wings across the air, CKM building a radio lair.
Howdy folks, it's the Creepy Kentuckian here with you from DEADPIT Radio. Today we are taking a look at a new 4K UHD edition of an all-time Italian horror classic. The perfect blend, only shake hands, Hulk Hogan, of giallo and slasher. That's a hybrid, if you will. And this director, man, has done a little bit of everything. He's mainly known for his giallo films. But, yeah, he's done just a little bit of everything, man. He did a fucking cannibal movie, which for a long time, that's all I really knew him for before I got bigger into these murder mystery giallo movies. But yeah, the guy, very well known in Italian horror, Sergio Martino. All the colors, the dark. Your vice is a locked room and only I have the key. The Case of Scorpion's Tail, The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward's. The list goes on and on and on. But I think here in the United States, the movie that most of us recognize as a Sergio Martino joint is the one we're talking about today. From 1973, this is one that really struck a nerve, not only in Italy, but here in the United States as well. This is a precursor to a lot of the 80s slasher movies. And this was in 73, so quite a bit ahead of the curve when it comes to that sort of thing. Now, Torso 4K UHD edition from Arrow Video. This is one that we've talked about a few times over the years, but never really a dedicated review or anything for it. I believe that Blue Underground released this as well on Blu-ray back in the day. That may have been the last time we talked about it. But man, I'm excited, so excited I just can't hide it. We're going to take a look at the violent, gratuitous insanity that is Torso. Sergio Martino's Torso from 1973. A masked maniac is loose in the town of Paraguay, stalking women, in particular sexy young college girls, and leaving a trail of bloody, naked bodies behind. Not much is known about this masked maniac. The only clue that has been left is a red and black scarf from the deranged masked murderer. There's all this chaos going on in town, the university and everything. Four friends want to get away for a little while for a brief summer vacation. All sexy ladies. I think a couple of them were lesbians. Jane, Daniela, Katya, and Ursula take a break from college classes to an isolated villa in the country for some rest and relaxation. Unfortunately for them, the masked maniac has followed along. Who is this masked madman? And what may be the motive? This one's very well shot, very well made movie as well. And let me tell you guys, there's a whole hell of a lot of nude insanity in this. Nude ladies in particular. Lots of boobage takes place in Torso. Pretty much from the very opening of the movie, you've got some hot lesbian action in this movie as well, which was sort of a big thing in 1973. That wasn't the norm then. There are some gruesome death scenes, lots of blood and everything. The look of the killer in Torso is really cool. It's just pretty much a white ski mask, very creepy. And this is a mixture of a few different movies. You know, the first probably 45 minutes or so of the movie, it's very similar to a lot of other giallo films around this time frame. You know, there's a killer on the loose. Authorities are looking for said killer. And, that's that. If there's any complaint about Torso, really is, I don't think any of the characters are that well defined in Torso. I didn't really care about them. To me, that really didn't put a damper on the film. Still had a lot of fun with it. In particular, the last 30 minutes or so of the movie, where they're at the villa in the country and the killer has followed them, and it was very, very well done, actually. And this is a really cool movie. Like I said earlier, it's a slasher, giallo hybrid. Lots of violence, lots of nudity and gratuitousness, if you will. And Torso is one that, if you have not checked it out, this is the ultimate version to get. This thing is loaded with special features, and we will talk about those. This is a brand new 4K restoration by Arrow Films from the original camera negative. The 4K is actually presented in Dolby Vision. There's a 94-minute Italian cut and a 90-minute English language export version of the movie. There's also a hybrid cut that features everything from the Italian cut in as much English as possible. I think there was some dialogue that was missing from a couple of those scenes. You've got audio commentary by Kat Ellinger, the author of All the Colors of Sergio Martino. All the Colors of Terror, an interview with co-writer and director Sergio Martino, who, for his age, man, he looks like he's doing really well for his age. The Discreet Charm of the Genre, an interview with actor Luca Marinda. Dial S for Suspense, an interview with co-writer Ernesto Gastaldi. Women in Blood, an interview with filmmaker Federica Martino, the daughter of Sergio. Saturating the Screen, an interview with Michael J. Coven, author of La Dolce Morte, Vernacular Cinema, and the Italian Giallo film. 2017 Abattoir International Horror Film Festival Q&A with Martino. It has the alternate opening and closing credits for the U.S. release, theatrical trailers, reverse artwork, and again, it is 4K UHD. The transfer on this thing looks amazing. Beautifully made movie anyway, and this is more than likely, I'm not going to say definitely because you never know. You don't know what the future beholds, right? They can put a chip in something and you can be in the movie maybe in 10 years. But the best experience, the best quality for Torso is this edition right here. Arrow nailed this one, man. I always look forward to checking out their Italian horror stuff. And Torso was a lot of fun, a lot of gratuitousness, a lot of blood, slasher, giallo goodness. This sounds like something you'd like. Odds are you're going to love it. Check it out. It is out now from our good friends over at Arrow Video. You be sure to check them out and check us out. We're over at DEADPIT.com.
I'd like to tell people, thumbs up the video, Uncle Bill.
Would you?
Yes. Thumbs it up with violence and fury and just love everything about it.
You hit the heart button, then you hit the ass button, then you hit the go fuck yourself button. Follow that up with the I don't give a shit button.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit Radio shirts. You can get Last South on the Left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Special thanks goes out to our supporters on Patreon. Do you know what kind of stuff you can get on Patreon, Uncle Bill, starting at only $1 a month?
What's that?
Access to every Dead Pit show since 2005. We got almost 200 fan commentaries that we've done over the decades.
We have a literal jukebox full of songs and thousands of reviews. I don't even know how many shows are up on there now that we've done over the years.
Hundreds of thousands.
You need to figure this out now and subscribe to us on Patreon and YouTube and Instagram and help us to 1 million. The road to 1 million subscribers starts today.
So deadpitonpatreon.com. Join today. Tiers start at only $1, but I'd recommend at least the $10 tier.
You can do 50. The stock market's crashing around us, folks, but send us money.